My name is Tim Mainhard. I'm Associate Professor at the Department of Education at the Utrecht University.
Also did some other research on social interaction in classrooms. This is work of Rodrigues, and she used social referencing theory. Situations where children are insecure or don't know what to do, that they refer to a significant other, a parent mostly. Something like that might be going on in classrooms as well. So if a teacher interacts with a specific students, the teacher might be a social referent for all the peers viewing this interaction, for how they should value this child. The theory would then predict if the teacher has a warm, kind of friendly, supportive interaction with a child, that this child would have a favorable position in what they call the peer ecology in the classroom group. So will be viewed as friendly, likable, and maybe popular with students. And what we have found that indeed, or one of the things was that in our study, not so much positive interaction did something to the position of a student in the group, but that negative interaction, there was really a quite clear effect. So if a teacher would continuously have negative interaction, students would dislike that student more. So that means if you want to help a student to have a more pleasant position in the peer group, not being an outsider or being disliked, that it's not so much that you need to try to be friendly with that student all of the time, so you can act normal in that way. But what you should try to do is to refrain from negative interaction with that student, which of course might be hard if you have a, I don't know, hyperactive or aggressive child. We also saw that if students would say, well, this peer shows a lot of aggression, but if they would also say this teacher does not have a lot of negative interaction with that student, the teacher would really buffer this negative effect, would be kind of a protective factor for the child's aggression. So maybe the teacher reframes the meaning of this aggression. You can say, well, it's not on purpose, or it's not because he doesn't like you, it's just how he is, or I don't know whether that would be positive, but yeah, so the teacher can buffer this negative effect, for example, of child aggression, and buffer disliking for these kind of children.
So the teacher's view of a child in the class, if the teacher holds a negative view of the child in the class, it's more likely that the peer group
will think negatively
of that child
as well. And yeah, and of course it's not only about what you think, it's specifically about what you do. So you might think, well, there we go again. But if you can act professionally and for example reprimand a student outside the classroom, talk to a student, well, what happened today, I don't want that anymore, or whatever. If you can manage to do that not in public where all students can see it, that would help the students to this kind of student to have a more pleasant interaction with the peers, which I suppose would also help the student to have a nicer way of interacting also during class, and maybe less reason for you as a teacher to reprimand that student. So
okay,
if you referring to that social referencing theory, so the main message would be and maybe that's reassuring, because you don't have to do something with the positive stuff and the negative stuff. So if you want to help a student or if you're thinking about interaction with a specific student, it's according to our studies most important to cut back a negative interaction that's visible for all the students. That will be the most important thing. So try to be less obviously negative.